How we doing, folks? It's the Nightmare Cabin, and we're doing another album review, two in one day. Today, I want to talk to you about The First Damned by Decapitated. I've been a Decapitated fan since probably when the fourth album came out. I always knew of the song Winds of Spheres of Madness. Winds of Creation is the first album, isn't it? But Organic Hallucinosis is the album that I jumped on board on, and I've been a fan ever since. One of the few bands I think they've delivered pretty much a faultless back catalogue, a massive change in their sound in recent times from 2011's Carnival is Forever. There was a shift. They're more of a groove. What's the words? They're not just they're not really full on death metal anymore, are they? They're kind of like the later day Cataclysm or a band like that. There's the technicality is still there, but there's a lot more emphasis on groove and hooks and catchiness. So the death metal element, it's not just full on. It's not quite death metal, is it? But still the heavier side of the metal spectrum. So before you sort of step over into like a subgenre like death metal or black metal or something like that, you've got those main stage of download bands, it's kind of like Lamb of God, etc., etc. But yeah, they're more influenced now by bands like Machine Head or Pantera than they would be Vader or Morbid Angel. But the main essence is still there, and it's a change in the band's sound that I'm okay with. It's not there's a clear distinction between the first four albums and then the later three albums. Obviously a different lineup as well, but I'm okay with that shift. I'm all right with it. I do like those last three albums. The first four are still my favourite, but I'm okay with it. So that's my take on the Decapitated back catalogue so far. I think I'll probably do a Let's Talk About video at some point. If you want that, definitely give me a comment in the saying that you want that, and I'll move ahead and get that done. I've still got a Let's Talk About video in the bag. I've got a really cool one coming up soon with a special guest. If you're a regular viewer, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're new to the channel, I'll keep it as a surprise. Anyway, right, let's get into the review. So this is the awesome artwork, by the way. It's in a digipack, beautifully presented. You've got the Cemental Gardens demo from 1997 and then the Eye of Horus demo 1998. I was listening to this. It sounds like a new album. It sounds as fresh today as exciting as it would have sounded back then. If you ever want to develop an inferiority complex, go back into the history of Decapitated and look at how old they were when they recorded this. And then with their first album, Winds of Creation, look how old they were when they recorded that, and you will just feel like shit about yourself. But there you go. These two demos sound awesome. The creativity, just how competent musicians they were was fucking crazy. I was just reading some liner notes. Apparently, the VTech and Vogue, so that's Witold and Waklaw, I think that is. I can't pronounce. Sorry, guys, if you do happen to watch this and I'll get your names wrong. They were in music school anyway, so they were kind of already competent. And then when they got into metal, they just shifted and applied it accordingly. Apparently, their cousin, who was 8 years older than them, got them into metal. Imagine being that guy. Yeah, I'll give my two cousins these metal albums, and then they go on and form fucking Decapitated. How awesome would that be? Props to that guy. 7 of the songs on Winds of Creation are on this demo. So yeah, 7 of these tracks. You've got 2 intros, a Slayer cover, although Winds of Creation finishes with the Slayer cover, Mandatory Suicide. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 additional songs. 7 of these songs were re-recorded for Winds of Creation. I think Winds of Creation pretty much the Eye of Horus demo re-recorded with 2 new tracks is pretty much it. You get black version of the artwork there, and then you get photos of the band back in the day, obviously demo artwork. Is there some flyers there? No, these are all press releases by the looks of it. I think that's a picture of a review or something. And you got a liner notes here from the legendary Dom Lawson. Just like when people from bands might be particularly inspired by another band, it was that guitarist that made me want to pick up a guitar, or I was learning drums and I wanted to be that guy. My main influencer for writing reviews and interviewing bands and just writing about metal, Joel McIver and Dom Lawson are my 2 for me. So yeah, it's always nice to see him turn up in a little gig like that. I've done liner notes myself. It's always an honour to be able to do that. And yeah, knowing that this was taken care of by Dom Lawson is just an extra treat, really. You get a bit of an interview with Vogue on there as well, talking about those early days and just really just how everything fell in place for the band. It was a really cool story. I'll let you get it and read it yourself. It's not really my story to tell. But yeah, this is definitely worthwhile getting. I'm really glad I picked this up, especially if you're a fan of that first album. Just hearing these songs in there more raw. It's even not that raw, really. It sounds great. I mean, I'd be happy to record something that sounds this good now, let alone when I was fucking 18 or whatever it was they were when they recorded it. Yeah, well worth getting. If you are a Decapitated fan and maybe you do lean a bit more towards the earlier stuff and you want to revisit it, then yeah, definitely pick this up. Well worth getting. Yeah, highly recommended, and I'm happy to have this on my shelf with the other Decapitated albums. Thanks for watching this. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you're a regular viewer, how's it going? And yeah, give us a like, give us a subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll keep this going. New stuff coming up, as always, pretty soon. And yeah, if you want me to do a Let's Talk About video, if you're new to the channel, Let's Talk About is a series I do where I basically go for a band's back catalogue, album by album. Sometimes it takes well over an hour, but I enjoy doing them, and I'm getting good feedback from them. So yeah, if you want me to do a Decapitated one, give me a yes or a horns up or something in the comments section, and then by your popular demand, because this is your channel, I'll do it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon. Take care.